Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. I'm Adam Meikle. You know, it was about a month ago that Ducks Unlimited unveiled their Great Salt Lake initiative. The idea is to raise $5 million over the next 5 years, which they hope to turn into $15 million through some matching money from both federal and state agencies. And the goal is to bring more water from the mountains that will eventually reach the Great Salt Lake, an important stopover for millions of waterfowl along the Pacific Flyway.
We're on the east dike of Ogden Bay. We're right where the Weaver River comes into Ogden Bay. So from this point, we have the ability to divert water out to Unit 3 or out to the Unit 1 complex, or we can bypass both of those and send it straight to the lake. So this is the most important dike on the entire waterfowl management area.
Rich Hansen, the manager at Ogden Bay WMA, is worried about this east dike.
Like new chunks falling in every day.
It's eroding away. So when he heard of the Ducks Unlimited Great Salt Lake initiative, he was excited because he knew help was on the way.
I'm really excited that Ducks Unlimited is back in the state doing projects, because they bring their engineers in, they do the survey work, come up with all the calculations on the amount of material that we need. It's nice to have that expertise for these jobs.
This dike project will be the first project for DU's initiative.
A lot of these WMAs have delayed infrastructure projects that just didn't get done due to funding. So we went in, looked at what the biggest priorities were, what were those infrastructure pieces that if we lost those would impact the greatest acres and impact that WMA's ability to manage water, and this was one of them.
The Great Salt Lake has been in the media lately due to its historic low water level. Most waterfowlers have been talking about the importance of the lake for decades, and now it seems the rest of Utah is figuring it out. Jessup says the initiative will focus on saving what water we can so that it eventually gets into the GSL.
So this initiative will be over 5 years, so we're hoping to have a good impact. And it's going to take more than just DU, it's going to take everybody working together to actually save this lake. So we've set out a 5-step plan of how we want to improve that lake. Some of it's water quality, improving the water quality that flows to the lake, improving the amount of water that gets to the lake, helping control invasive species like Phragmites, doing these wetland infrastructure projects, and then engaging in good water policy that'll help improve the amount of water that gets to the lake.
Jessup says the only way we, as a community, are going to save the Great Salt Lake is by doing it together.
We were started by duck hunters back in the middle of the drought in the prairies, the Dust Bowl. But at this point, I mean, projects like these in the Great Salt Lake, they resonate with everybody, right? Whether you're a duck hunter, or whether you just like clean air to breathe, or you like more snow in the mountains in the winter, that lake impacts all of us. So everybody should be supporting this, not just waterfowlers.
For Rich,
It's a win-win situation for all.
he's excited about fixing this dike, which will allow him to keep managing what water he has at Ogden Bay. And he's excited that more than just one organization is stepping in to help.
Sportsmen for Fish and Wildlife actually is funding another aspect of this with all of the riprap, the $150,000 worth of boulders that we're going to put on to riprap the entire dike. That way, if we've got the riprap, we're not going to ever experience this erosion again, and it should be good forever.
It's going to take multiple partnerships going forward to get as much water as we can back into the lake. Honestly, it's going to take all of us, whether it's watering less in the summer, volunteering, or giving what money you can.
It's everybody. I mean, if you have a little bit of money and you're philanthropic and want to make a difference, DU is happy to help restrict your funding to the Great Salt Lake Initiative and to do work on these wetlands.